Hello, everyone. Welcome back to what is a pretty different, pretty different stream slash video. Today, we're going to be discussing and voting for the Game Awards nominees and the categories. Ooh, exciting times! Now, uh, personally, I'm a fan of award shows, but at the same time, I don't really I don't really take them too seriously. So the Game Awards are just a event for every gamer in the world to come together and celebrate our love of video games. And um, I know there's already been a lot of controversy surrounding the Game Awards this year with the inclusion of DLCs, remasters, and remakes as part of Game of the Year, which right off the bat, if you ask me, not really a fan of it. I prefer them to have their own category, but and make it so that Game of the Year is only applicable to new and fully developed games for that year. So, but anyway, this is the Game Awards, and Jeff Keighley can do whatever he want, right? But yeah, as you can see here, we have the nominees here. Hello, Afi. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to discuss in the comments what do you guys think and what do you guys think about the whole situation and what games would you want to vote for each category. Uh, Again, this is just an awards ceremony, all right? Let's if you want to discuss whether that be in the YouTube comments or here on stream, please do it in a civilized manner, in a professional and civilized manner. We all have our own opinions, and we should all respect each other's opinions. All right, there's no right or wrong here. So let's see all the categories. I haven't seen most of these. I do know who are the Game of the Year nominations. Uh, I know which games are nominated for Game of the Year, but as for the other categories, I don't know yet. So, all right. Looks like for some reason Jeff put Game of the Year as the very first like thing you nominate for. Personally, I would start with like the least popular to the most popular category. You know what I mean? So we're actually gonna start with best esports team and work our way back, right? And work our way back up the categories here, and end with Game of the Year. I think that's better. If we just start off with a bang, then there's no suspense, right? So, oh yeah, and before we continue, I uh, I might I might not vote for every category. If I see a category where I feel like it's it's either it doesn't interest me or I don't have the like right to vote for it because I haven't played any of the games, then I wouldn't even bother voting. I would rather give that vote to someone else who's more deserving of it. So, all right, let's start the voting and discussion. Uh, with best esports team. Ooh, who do we have here? So we got. Actually, I do know I do know all of these teams. I used to follow League of Legends a lot, and yeah, these are all or one of them was once a League of Legends team. So we got Billy Gaming, Gen G, Navi from Counter Strike, T1, League of Legends, or Team Liquid from Dota 2. Uh, y- you know what? I know none of them. Well, well, there you go, Afi. For this category, you wouldn't even vote, right? I'm assuming. So, however, for this category, I will vote. And who I will vote for is T1. Let me explain. T1, this team right here, and a guy called Faker in League of Legends, they're just unstoppable at the moment. They've won the most world championships. Um, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down. This team is on a hot streak right now. I think if I'm not if I'm not wrong, T1 they just won back to back world championships in a game where the meta changes so much each year, and they're able to do that twice in a row, and they're the team that has won the most ever since the League of Legends World Championship has been inducted back then. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with T1. All right. Yeah. Vote place. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit awkward now because I have to vote and then go back to previous category. Anyway, yeah. All right. That's one category down. Pretty straightforward actually. Oof. Excuse me. All right. Previous best esports athlete. To be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2024, irrespective of a game. Well, there you go. Speaking of Faker, he's also nominated right here. So, who do you have? We have 33. I don't know which game that is. I'm sorry. Alex Sib, again, don't know. Chovy, I know him. Chovy, he's a mid laner for Gen G in League of Legends. Yes, Faker from T1, mid laner for League of Legends, for T1. I don't know Zaiwu, and I don't know ZM. Is that really his name? ZMJJK. ZMJJKK. Really, man? That's the best IGN you could come up with. I'm assuming those are his initials or something, but really. Anyway, yeah, for this category, again, no contest. It's this guy. It's Faker. It's exactly the same things I said before. It's a no-brainer. It's this guy. He's been at the top of his game, especially in League of Legends, for so many years. And yeah, he deserves this award for this year. No contest. All right. Best esports game. All right. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, irrespective of genre or platform. So we got Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Valorant. Now, see, the thing is, I'm even debate no eFootball. Yeah, would have been nice to get a football game in there because I know. Do FIFA and eFootball still host championships? Do they still do that? Do EA still host FIFA championships? Because I know back in the day they did, but I'm not sure if they still do that. And I'm not sure if the audience is as big as last time and as it is now. But you know what? eFootball, yes, I think. Okay, so they still do esports for football, but I'm not gonna vote for this category. I'm sorry, it doesn't apply to me. I have fallen out of esports ever since 2019, 2018. I don't watch esports anymore. I just once in a while, like the League of Legends World Championship, for example, like once in a while I just like search up like who won the World Championship. Yeah, that's how I know. I didn't watch the World Championship. I just searched it up like, oh, who won? Oh, it's T1 and Faker again. No surprise there. So yeah, I'm not voting for this category. Let's move on. Content Creator of the Year. Okay. For a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2024. So we got Queso, Elo Juan, Techo Gamers, Typical Gamer, and Usada Pecora. I'm assuming I'm assuming she's a VTuber. Uh, is Gran Turismo considered an esport? Yes, 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 it does. And actually, I'm pretty surprised. Oh man, I would have been happy if Gran Turismo, like the Gran Turismo World Championships, were actually nominated here. That would have been a really great surprise. But I think Gran Turismo's audience is way less than any of these games, so I understand why. Uh, so you do know Usada Pecora, Affy. Uh, I'd vote for her. She's awesome. Well, there you go. Well, there you go. Go on to the GameAwards.com and vote for her. All right, content creator of the year. Yeah, I only know two people here. Queso, who is like a really he really blew up. I constantly see him on like the Twitch front page. Uh, I see him always on Reddit in like those like viral Twitch clips. So I think he's one of the biggest streamers right now on Twitch. So yeah, that's how I know him. I don't know who Elo Juan is. I don't know who Tego Gamer is. I know who Typical Gamer is. I used to watch his videos on GTA 5 on YouTube. Pretty cool guy. Pretty funny guy, but I stopped watching him a long time ago. When I stopped playing GTA 5. So on GTA Online, might I add. So yeah, I only know two people here, and I don't watch any of them, so I'm not gonna vote. Um, again, uh, I watched her videos of her playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot so damn good. Ah, all right. Well, yeah, go give her a vote, Affy. I think she would appreciate that. uh, right. Yeah, I'm not gonna vote for content creator of the year. Most anticipated game. Right. Right. Okay. Recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably is that how you pronounce it? Demonstrably illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. So we have Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Ghost of Yote, a little indie game called Grand Theft Auto 6, uh, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, and Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah, it's this, isn't it? Like, honestly, you would be an idiot not to vote for this game. Yes, this little indie game that everyone's talking about. Oh yeah, and it's made by this indie company called Rockstar Games. I think you've heard of them. Um, yeah, it's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Grand Theft Auto 6. It's not this game right here is not only the most anticipated game of all time, it's the most anticipated entertainment product of all time. Its first trailer already has 220 million views. Jesus Christ. This game's going to be this game's going to be a global phenomenon when it releases next year, all right? So I would eat my own shoe if Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't win this doesn't win this award. I swear to God. If it doesn't win this award next month, I'm gonna eat my own shoe. Um, yeah, no brainer for this category. All right, best adaptation. Next category: recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. So we got Arcane, Fallout, Knuckles, Like a Dragon Yakuza, and Tomb Raider The Legend of Lara Croft. Honestly, Honestly, I have to admit, I haven't watched any of these at all. Yes, that's I have to admit that I haven't watched any of these. So with that being said, I'm not gonna vote because I haven't watched any of these, and I'm in no right to like give my vote on this. So, but yeah, wondering what would you vote, Affy? What would you vote in this category? Have you watched any of these games? Hell, hell no for Tomb Raider. Oh, why is that? Why do you think Tomb Raider should not get the award? But yeah, I haven't watched any of these, so I'm not gonna vote. Um, yeah, not gonna vote for this. I downloaded Yakuza, but haven't watched it yet. Uh, didn't watch Sonic 2 yet either. Yeah, I guess we're both not voting for this category. uh, yeah, I'm not gonna vote for this one. Uh, but yeah, wondering. I wonder what will win this one. Honestly, no for Tomb Raider because they butchered it. Oh, really? Is that the case? I think I think Like a Dragon Yakuza also butchered it because um I haven't heard good things about it on Reddit especially. So um I reckon Fallout would win. You know who I think would win? Arcane. I think Arcane will take this one. Arcane is huge right now. Like everyone on Twitter is just like praising Arcane, and even Reddit as well. They're just praising Arcane to death. So yeah, I think Arcane will win this one. Okay, next category. Best multiplayer. All right. For outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. So we got Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Tekken 8, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. I have played one of these games, and I'm going with that one. It's Helldivers 2. Yeah. Uh, Helldivers 2 is my pick. Helldivers 2 is the best co-op game I've played since Left 4 Dead 2, and that's saying a lot. I've played a lot of co-op games, and this game when it came out, I played it a lot with my best friend, and just solo, but with other players. It's just a fun game, just a really fun co-op game, and the fact that it's PVE as well, uh, and you feel like you're a part of not just your team, but you're part of a bigger team, which is like the team around the world trying to stop the alien invasion and the not just the alien invasion, but like trying to save Super Earth from the automatons and the bugs, right? And soon to be Illuminati. I don't know when that will release, but yeah, yeah. Helldivers 2 is getting my vote here. Just an awesome co-op game. I really do hope Helldivers 2 has a bright future because and Sony really invest into this game because yeah, it has a lot of potential to expand with new planets, new enemy types, and a lot. So yeah, well deserved to this game. I know, I do know earlier in the year, Hell Helldivers 2 had some controversy surrounding the requiring a PlayStation account to play it on Steam because it's owned by Sony, right? So um, that was a bit of a oopsie from Sony and PlayStation. They shouldn't have done that. Uh, which I think kind of put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths about this game. Um, yeah, the backlash for that was insane. I remember people wanting to refund the game. I remember people wanting to like just do unspeakable things to the CEO and the developers. Some people on Twitter need to really touch some grass. Anyway, uh, but yeah, that's for best multiplayer. All right, it didn't affect me because I play on my PS6. Wow, Affy. Wow, Affy. What? Are you from the future or something? PS6 already. Wow. Did you break into Sony's HQ and steal their PS6 prototype or something? Damn. Yeah, you're like we're all living in 2024 while my wonderful mod Affy is living in 2077. Looks like. Um. All right. Best sports racing. For the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing games. So we got F124, EA Sports FC 25, NBA 2K25, Topspin 2K25, and WWE 2K24. I love how the three of these games are made by the same company, which is 2K Games. I just find it so funny because 2K Games they have like a monopoly on like the sports game genre because they do NBA, they do Topspin, they do WWE, and they do even do like NFL as well. Like it's like literally every type of sport. Um, but yeah, I'm not voting for this category because again, I I haven't played any of these games to warrant me a a decision, a so what you call a definitive decision. So yeah, 2K and EA aren't they the same? Uh, no, no. 2K Games is under Take Two Interactive, which is also the same company that Rockstar Games is under. So um yeah, Take Two Interactive is a very they own a lot of great like a lot of game companies. 2K Games is also they also make Borderlands as well. Uh yeah. So yeah. Interesting category. I don't know who would win this one. Maybe F124 based on just like general sentiment because F1 is pretty huge right now. So probably that one. If that was my guess. All right, next one. Best sim slash strategy game. Best game focused on real time or turn based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. So we got Age of Mythology Retold, Frostpunk 2, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, Manor Lords, and Unicorn Overlord. Again, I haven't played any of these games, so I'm not gonna vote. uh, who I think will win this category? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not in touch with any of these games at all. Uh, all I know is Age of Mythology Retold is literally a game about you going through like it's like it's like Sid Meier's Civilization in a way where you like go through the history of the world. I think Kunitsugami will win. Oh, why is that, Affy? I want to hear your thoughts. Oh, it's made by Capcom. Interesting. Uh, Frostpunk 2. Frostpunk 2. I've heard a bit about it on Twitter. Uh, but nothing else. Nothing more than that. Heard quite a lot of praise for that game. All right, yeah. Then I guess this one will win. This game will win. All right. Best family game. Ah. Okay. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform. So we got Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, Super Mario Party Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and The Plucky Squire. Oh, you know who which well, I think I instantly know which game I'm going for. It's this little guy, Astrobot. Man, i- if there's any category that it deserves its best family game, it really does. Like Astrobot can be played for by any age group, and it's such a banger of a game. Um, if Black Myth Wukong wasn't released this year, this would be my game of the year. Astrobot would be actually be my game of the year. Astrobot really took me back to like the early days of gaming when I was young, because the just the fun and the sense of wonder really captivated me throughout my whole playthrough, which you can check out on my YouTube, by the way. Shameless self plug. But yeah, just through the whole game, I was just smiling, no negative emotions whatsoever. It's just a fun game, dude. It's a fun, polished game with a banging soundtrack, mind you. Um, I was actually playing the soundtrack at the start of the stream. That was from Astrobot. So yeah, yeah. Uh, Astrobot definitely deserves this for me. I know. Uh, it might honestly, if you ask me, it might not win it because there's a lot of great contenders here as well. Even literally three games are from Nintendo. So, um, if I were to guess, maybe I think Mario Party Jamboree will actually win this category. I just have a feeling because it's more of a party game, right? So yeah, that's best family. All right. Okie dokie. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head-to-head combat. Uh, hmm. Again, I haven't played any of these games, but who do we have here? Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising, Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. I did hear that this game was I heard that this game was like really wanted for so many years, and they finally like brought it to the current era or something. Multiverses and Tekken 8. Again, I haven't played any of these games, but if I were to guess who would win, it's probably Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, because I've heard a lot of praise for that. Yeah, even Affy agrees. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero confirmed. Uh, but yeah, that's best fighting. Okay. Best RPG. Okay, we're going into the better categories here. All right. uh, best RPG. For the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay. Right. Now, here comes the really controversial part. The fact that a DLC is in here. You notice that? Every other game is a full new game, but there's a DLC there. Okay. Let's just go through the nominees first. Dragon's Dogma 2, Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor ReFantazio. Now, I've only played one of these games. And that is the DLC. I'm sorry, right? But well, I'm gonna have to go with Daddy Miyazaki. It's Elden Ring Shadow Year Tree. Look, most probably, most probably, this is not gonna win this category. I think this category, FF7 Rebirth will win it. I'm not even gonna be mad if it wins. It also deserves this award, but yeah, I've only played one game, so I can only vote for one, right? So, um, yeah, best DLC I've ever played. It's such a such a great extension of the already amazing Elden Ring base game. Uh, sure, I have some gripes with it. I do have some gripes with the Elden Ring DLC, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this DLC really bangs. Like it really, it nailed a lot of things right. So yeah, that's my vote. But obviously, I think FF7 will win this one. For me, it's FF7 Rebirth because Tifa is the best waifu. I actually do agree. Tifa is is the best waifu. Right. Okay. So that's best RPG. Next category, best action adventure. Huh? Okay. Initially, I'm a bit confused with this one. Okay. Let's just go through it first. For the best action adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Okay. Right. Okay, so we got Astrobot. We got Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Okay. Uh Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, and Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. Again, I've only played one of these games, and that's Astrobot. All right, Astrobot. When you talk about combat and traversal and puzzle solving, yeah, this takes the cake. For me at least. Again, I haven't played any of the other games, but yeah, opinions may differ from person to person here. All right. Okay, but if you ask me who will actually win this category, I think I don't know. Maybe Silent Hill 2 will make a will make a surprise win because I know I've seen gameplay of Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 has a lot of really good puzzles as well, and the combat was way more improved than like the original game. So yeah. Yes, and that's another controversy. I think you'll see a lot of people discussing about this. Like, oh, why is a remake there? It should only be full games now. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, my vote's for Astrobot for this one. But again, opinions may differ. You're free to discuss, but in a civilized manner. All right. Okay. Best action game. Oh man, I already saw that. Okay. For the best game in the action genre focused primarily on combat. So we got Black Myth Wukong, Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer Space Marine 2. Oh man, it's actually a very hard. Okay, Stellar Blade's your vote, Affy. Respect, respect. Eve is another contender for best waifu. I also do agree with that. Yes, Eve is also a good waifu. Um, oh man, you see. Okay, for me personally, we can throw Black Ops 6 and Space Marine 2 out because I haven't played those games. So it's down to, and I think I can also throw out Helldivers as well because Helldivers 2, while it's a fun co-op game in terms of combat, it didn't really bring anything new. It's like a generic. I mean, yeah, you can switch between third person and first person shooter, but it's still a shooter, right? Oh man, Wukong or Stellar Blade? Ah, you see, both Wukong and Stellar Blade, both of these games have absolutely amazing combat. Absolutely amazing combat. But if you ask me, which of these games stand out to me in terms of combat wise, it's this one. Let me explain. Let me explain. Okay. Uh, I would go for Celebrate here and be Black Means will come for Game of the Year. Hey, we have the same mind. Who knew? Yeah, I'm voting for Celebrate here. Let me explain. What stood out to me the most from Stellar Blade was its combat. Like one of the things that stood out most to me was the combat. The combat in Stellar Blade is so fluid. It's so fluid. It's so impactful, and it has a parry system like Sekiro, and it's so polished. It 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 nailed literally every single thing about combat right, or mostly every single thing. And you got the perfect dodges. You got the insane abilities that Eve has. Couple that with the insane skill tree that you can expand your skills and all that. Um, yeah, for me, Stellar Blade takes this one. uh, really close second is Wukong, but yeah, Stellar Blade definitely deserves this one. It's insane action game. In terms of a game that's focused primarily on combat, yeah, Stellar Blade takes this one for me. Alrighty. Oh my god, Affy. The jiggle physics too that made the combat even better. Man of culture, I see. Oh man. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Best VR AR. Okay. I already know that I won't be voting for this category, but let's just see who is nominated. We got Arizona Sunshine Remake, Asgard's Wrath 2, Batman Arkham Shadow. Oh, I heard that this game is actually pretty good on the Oculus. Um, Metal Hellsinger VR and Metro Awakening. Yeah, I haven't played any of these games, so I'm not gonna vote. But if you ask me who's gonna win, it's probably Batman Arkham Shadow. That's probably gonna win. Yeah, that's just my prediction. All right, best mobile game. Oh, uh, yeah. For the best game playable on a mobile device, so we got AFK Journey, we got Balatro, we got Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket, we got Wuthering Waves, and Zenless Zone Zero. Um, Again, I haven't played any of these games, so I'm not gonna vote. But if you ask me who's gonna win for this category, it's it's probably Zenless Zone Zero, because I think out of all of these, this is the most popular one, right? There's like millions of players are playing this. Yeah, it's part of the Hoyoverse, the same guys that brought you Genshin Impact, and what's the other game? I know there's another game made by them. So there's Genshin Impact, Xenozone Zero. What's the other one? I know there's another game made by them. Honkai Star Rail. There you go. There you go. Thanks, Effie. Thanks. Thanks. There you go. So yeah, the trifecta. They have the trifecta there, and this is the newest edition. So yeah, if you ask me, who's probably gonna win this one? It's probably this one. It's probably it's probably Xenozone Zero. All right. Next one, we got best debut indie game. For the best debut game created by an independent studio, by a new independent studio. So we got Animal Well, we got Balatro, Manor Lords, Pacific Drive, and Plucky Squire. Yeah, from what I've heard, every single game here has got a lot of praise. But unfortunately, again, I haven't played any of these games, so I'm not gonna vote. But if you ask me who's probably gonna win, I think Animal Well is gonna win this one, because when this released, when Animal World released, it got a lot of praise. Really, like glowing reviews, a lot of praise. Everyone was like champagning for it. Or did I literally just say champagning for it? I mean championing for it. There you go. But yeah, I think Animal World is gonna win this one. If you ask me, that's just a prediction. Right, moving on. Best independent game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Yes, independent studios. Again, indies. So we got again Animal Well, again, Balatro, Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Oh, it's by Annapurna Interactive. All right, interesting. We got Neva, and we got UFO 50. I haven't heard of these two, but I've heard of these three. Um, again, haven't played any of these, so I'm not gonna vote. But if you ask me who's gonna win, it's probably Animal Well again. This game just got a lot of praise, so yeah. All right, best community support. Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness inclusive of social media activity and game updates and patches. So we got Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 6. Is that no, that Final Fantasy 14, sorry. Fortnite, obviously. Helldivers 2 and No Man's Sky. I only played one of these games, so I'm going to go with Helldivers 2. Look, they props to the developers and the CEO on Helldivers 2. They're actually pretty transparent. They're actually pretty transparent. If you go on Twitter, they constantly post about, and if you join their Discord as well, they just constantly post about like, hey, we're gonna be doing this update in the future. Stay tuned. And yeah, the the communication between the developers and the CEO and the community of Helldivers 2 is it's actually pretty responsive. So I think yeah, they got my vote on this one. But most likely to win this category, I don't know. It's either to win this one, it's either No Man's Sky. It's either No Man's Sky or maybe Final Fantasy 14. Baldur's Gate 3 might also win because they won Game of the Year last year. So, yeah. What would you vote, Affy? I want to hear your thoughts on this one. But yeah, for me it's Helldivers 2. It's the only game I've played. Helldivers 2 for you as well. All right. Best ongoing game awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So, we got Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers 2. Again, I'm going to go with Helldivers 2 on this one because I only played that one out of all the games here. Yeah, I mean Arrowhead Studios, they've been pushing updates so frequently to this game, like fixing patches, fixing bugs, being really transparent about it. And yeah, like the community support as well. Yeah, I think they deserve this for this one as well. Most likely to win, not sure. Maybe Helldivers will win actually for this one. Who knows? Okay. Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. So we have Closer the Distance, Indica, Neva, Life is Strange Double Exposure, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and Tales of Kenzera Zao. I honestly not interested, and I haven't played any of these, but I don't know. Probably Hellblade. It's either Hellblade 2 or Double Exposure that's gonna win this one. That's just my prediction. All right. Innovation and accessibility. Ooh, all right. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So we got Black Ops 6, Diablo 4, Dragon Age: The Veilguard, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and Star Wars Outlaws. Again, I haven't played any of these games, so I'm not gonna vote. But Afi, if he was voting, he was gonna vote for Diablo 4. Respect. Why? I'm curious though, Afi. Why are you voting for Diablo 4? I want to hear your thoughts. For innovation in accessibility, hit me. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Is it because Diablo 4 has a lot of like accessibility options in the settings, or yeah? Just want to hear your thoughts. Hmm. I'm surprised Outlaws is on here. Did Outlaws have a lot of accessibility options in the settings? I don't remember. Don't remember seeing that. But oh well. Uh Black Ops 6. I mean Call of Duty has to have accessibility options. It's a game for so many years, developed over so many years, the same exact thing for so many years. Prince of Persia is not the original Prince, so that's a no for me. Not no for Dragon Age and Star Wars Outlaws 2 because of woke because of woke content. All right, respect. I respect your decision on that. Oh, Neo raves about Diablo 4, so that's my pick. All right, fair enough. But yeah. All right, we got best performance awarded to an individual for voice-over acting, motion, and or performance capture. So we got Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Who does she voice? Does she voice not Tifa. She's Eris, right? Isn't she Eris? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um Hannah Tell, Life is Strange Double Exposure. Uh, Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws. Oh, I think she played the title character. She played the main character. Luke Roberts for Silent Hill 2. Yes, I think, yeah, he played James Sunderland for Silent Hill 2. And then we got Melina Juergens. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. For Senua Saga Hellblade 2, yes, she also plays the title character. Oh man. Oh man. Honestly, I think okay, here's gonna be my first hot take. First hot take of the session here. Um I think the voice actor for Egon from the Elden Ring DLC should have been here. Because the voice actor for Egon in the Elden Ring DLC, he just, and he's a first timer by the way, and he gave one of if not the best voice acting performance in the DLC. I'm not even kidding you, right? If you don't know, Egon's the one who goes, "Curse you, Bale!" That guy, the guy who hates Bale the Dread, yeah. Or the guy who's tormented by Bale the Dread, yeah. The voice actor for that character should have been nominated here. That's honestly a snub, honestly. But that's just my opinion. Um. Oh, okay. So it is Eris. Okay, but I switched to Japanese audio when I played the demo. So respectively, I think a lot of people will switch to Japanese audio when playing Final Fantasy VII or any Final Fantasy game for that matter. So it's alright. But yeah, if you ask me, voice actor for Egon should have been here. I'm not voting because I haven't. I'm not voting for that one because I haven't played any of those games. All right. Best audio design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. Uh, Eve's voice actor should be there too. Okay, I respect your decision, Affy. I respect your thoughts, but honestly, if you ask me, Eve's voice acting is a bit bland in some places. Um, that's just my opinion. All right, okay. We can agree to disagree, but that's just my opinion. Um, yeah, understandably, you're biased. It's fine. It's fine. It's completely fine. But anyway, best audio design. So we got Astrobot, Black Ops 6, FF7 Rebirth, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, and Silent Hill 2. Ooh, all great nominations, but where's Stellar Blade in this one? Stellar Blade has Stellar Blade has really great audio design. All right, the the sound effects when you parry, the enemy sound effects, the world around you, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. So, but obviously, obviously, they got a lot good competition to go up against. Really though, Black Ops 6 best audio. Well, I guess I guess they improved their audio design on like the immersion of like being shot at or like hearing the bullets fly past you or something. But really though, for a game that's basically the same thing for so many years and you give a best audio design, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Um, but for this one, I'm gonna go with Astrobot. Yeah, the the audio design in Astrobot is also pretty damn good, especially if you play if you play with headphones, especially if it's 3D audio and the dual sense. Oh my god, it's just insane. Like walking on glass, you can literally feel the difference. Walking on glass and walking on grass versus walking on like all the different what do you call it? All the different material types you walk on, you can actually hear and feel the difference so well. So yeah, that's Astrobot has my vote for this one. Uh, all right. Best score and music. Oh, oh shit. All right. Best. Okay, for outstanding music, inclusive of score, original song, and or licensed soundtrack. So we got Astrobot, FF7 Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantasio, Silent Hill 2, and Stellar Blade. Ooh, I don't know about this one. Uh, okay. For me personally, I'm gonna take out FF7 Rebirth, Metaphor ReFantasio, and Silent Hill 2 because I haven't played those games. So for me, it's down to Astrobot and Stellar Blade. Man, both of these games have banging soundtracks. Banging soundtracks. But which soundtrack but which soundtrack gave me the best first impression? Stellar Blade. Yeah. Honestly, I have a playlist of Stellar Blade, like the soundtrack. I have a playlist of that in my Spotify, and I listen to it once in a while. The the music in this game is insane. Because I believe the composer of the soundtrack of Stellar Blade is the same composer who did Near Automata, right? So and that game had a banging soundtrack. So no surprise that this game also has a banging soundtrack. so yeah, so yeah, Stellar Blade has my vote for this one. Uh, I'm really sorry, Astrobot, but Stellar Blade literally ekes out by just a bit, just a bit. Okie dokie. Um. Yeah. What would you choose, Affy? I want to hear. What would you choose? Because I believe you've played FF7 Rebirth and Stellar Blade, so it's also a really tough choice for you as well. But yeah, for me, it's Stellar Blade. Um, well deserved. Okay, next category. Stellar Blade, of course, but FF7 is up there too. All right. Best art direction. Oh, okay. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. So we got Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong, Shadow of the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, Metaphor Refantasio, and oh, Neva. That's surprising. I thought FF7 Rebirth would be here, but oh well. Um oh man. I know I'm gonna get hate for this. Sorry. Yeah, that's my vote. I'll explain. I'll explain. Let me explain. When it comes to art direction, I don't think anyone else is doing it doing it the best like From Software is. When I play Shadow of the Erdtree, I think, and this is also a hot take, I think the art direction for Shadow of the Erdtree is better than the base game. I'm just gonna say that. I like the art direction more in the DLC than the base game because it just in the DLC the art direction just gives a bit more variety and bit more flavor. Um, and that's the reason why I'm choosing Shadow of the Erdtree. I know I'm getting a lot of flack for voting for the DLC, but hey, it's my opinion. My it's my decision, and yeah. Oh, okay. Affy would vote for Black Myth Wukong. Makes sense. Black Myth Wukong also has great art direction as well. Also, well deserved to win this award as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's my choice for best art direction. All right, what do we have next? Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. So we got FF7 Rebirth, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, Metaphor Refantasio. Uh, spelling error, by the way. You need to double check your spelling, Jeff. Senua Saga Hellblade 2 and Silent Hill 2. Wait, best narrative. Man, man, I think Wukong was snubbed for this one. I think Wukong should actually be here because Wukong has a great narrative. It's literally Journey to the West. They 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 recreated Journey to the West so accurately. How can you say that's not gonna win best narrative or even nominated for best narrative? One of the most one of the most well-known tales in the world, and they recreated it accurately. Man, it got snubbed. The narrative, in terms of narrative, yeah, the Wukong story, especially the lore and the characters you meet, and the story behind them, and the stories behind them, it's insane. There's just so much lore in that game, man. Anyway, uh, I'm not gonna vote because I haven't played any of these games. But if Wukong was here, I would vote for that one. Um, I'm assuming Effie, you would probably pick FS7 Reaper for this one. In terms of who think in terms of who do I think is gonna win, yeah, it's probably FSN Rebirth. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's probably FSN Rebirth gonna win this. All right, best game. Oh, fuck off. Oh man. Even though I only played the demo. All right, best game direction awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Oh man, this is literally the game of the year nominees here. Exactly the same, one for one. Oh man. Yeah. So for game direction, we got Astrobot, Balatro, Wukong, Shadow Year Tree, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, ReFantasio. Man. Oh, this is hard. It's okay. For me, it's between these two. Because although Astrobot's a great game, in terms of game direction, it's just a standard like it's just your typical 2D platformer with some like tricks up his sleeve. So it's good, but not by any means like you know like wow, it's something new. Um, yeah, it's between these two, but I think I'm gonna go with Wukong in this one because although I although I really like the game direction in Erdtree, Wukong nails it down for me. Just by an edge, just by a slight edge. The game direction in Wukong is just spectacular. Uh, they had a vision, you know. Game science had a vision. They crafted it perfectly, really. Like just capturing the Chinese like history and the lore accurately, and they even here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. Game Science even went out of their way to go to travel around China and they actually lidar scanned all the historic buildings and then put them into the game. That's how dedicated they were to actually representing like China accurately. Is they actually went out and literally scanned the buildings, 3D scanned the buildings, the historic buildings to be put in the game. So I think that alone, well, that alone makes them worthy of this award right here. So yeah, it's Wukong for me. Um, all right. All right, here we are at the end of the session. Here is the big one, game of the year. Oh god. All right. Recognizing a game that delivers the absolute best experience across all creative and technical fields. Again, it's the same nominees as best game direction, so I'm not going to repeat them. Oh god. Well, again, I'm gonna go with Wukong on this one. Let me explain. Let me explain. Out of every single game here, or I don't know if you could call Shadow of the Erdtree a game, it's a DLC for God's sake, but out of every nominee here, or out of every game like nominee I played, like game nominee I played in here, Wukong was the one that really surprised me the most in the most positive way possible this year. I really was going I was going into Wukong with tempered expectations, but it exceeded every single expectation of mine. This game. From the get go. Everything from the storytelling to the character building to the world design to the lore, everything just worked so harmoniously together for this game, and that's the reason why I'm giving it the game of the year nomination for me, because yeah, this game was the one that really captivated me the most this year. Astrobot is a good platformer, is a great platformer, and it definitely has the highest Metacritic score right now and OpenCritic score right now. But reviews are reviews, right? It's down to the person. Uh, like I said before, if Wukong wasn't released this year, I would have picked Astrobot. But the fact that this released this year, that's my pick. And yeah, you might be surprised. I'm a Souls fan, right? I'm a fan of Hidetaka Miyazaki. Why didn't I choose Shadow of the Erdtree? Well, for one, well for one, I do have some gripes with the DLC. I felt like the DLC it missed it it didn't utilize most of the space it was given that well, right? Like, for example, in the DLC, like the hinterlands, for example, and the abyssal woods and the finger ruins, they were mostly empty, and they didn't have any caves or dungeons in them. Then one of them is a stealth mission the whole way. Abyssal woods, by the way. Hinterlands, yeah, there's a cool spot up there for lore regarding to Queen Marika. Um, and then be right back. Gonna hang my laundry. All right, Effie. This game is deep, has layers upon layers of lore and myth. I love the game. Yeah, completely agree with that. But yeah, going back to your tree, it did a lot of things well, but at the same time, it kind of missed on a lot of opportunities as well. So, um, yeah, and I believe some of the lore is still, it's still there's still a bit of loose ends regarding the lore. So, yeah, that's why I'm going with Wukong in this one. And I think that's basically it. That's basically it. Let me just exit voting. And yeah, I have voted for every single category that applies to me, and I didn't vote for categories that didn't apply to me. So yeah. So that's gonna be it for this quick. I wouldn't say quick. It's about an hour going through this, but yeah, I'm just trying out a different type of video here where I like react and discuss about stuff. I don't know if this will take off, but oh well. Huh? Oh well. Doesn't hurt to try something new. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Afi for joining on the stream. Yes, if you want to be part of my future like let's plays recordings, I'll be streaming all my new let's plays on Twitch. So if you want to join me in chat, feel free to follow me on Twitch and hop in chat and say hello. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the Game Awards next month. I will be streaming my live reaction live on my Twitch. So tune in for that. It's gonna be really early in the morning for me. So gonna have to set a really early alarm for the Game Awards next month. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Those are my votes for the categories. I'm interested to hear what you guys have voted for each category as well. Do drop them in the comments. Do drop them in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions. And as always, please, please, please discuss in a civilized manner. All right, don't go attacking people just because their opinion or vote differs from yours. All right, we all agree to disagree. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. If you're watching YouTube, I'll see you next time. Probably in the Bloodborne part. Gonna be continuing my Bloodborne series soon. But if you're on Twitch, we're gonna be raiding out. So let's see who we can raid. Ooh, why is my keyboard not working? All right, there you go. Let's bring up the raid browser. All right. Who do we got? Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna raid a new person today. Um, her name's called Gia. She's a fellow Malaysian streamer who's actually living in Australia for the for a long time, and she's currently playing Kingdom Hearts. So let's give her a raid and say hi to her in chat. So yeah, again, if you're on YouTube, I'll see you next time. But if you're on Twitch, I'll see you in Gia's chat. Take care.